Hello.
I feel like I can't do that any serious anymore because every time I do it, my boyfriend always says hello when he hears it.
Does he take the piss?
No, he doesn't take the piss, but he copies it, and I'm like, stop ruining
Well,
it.
this is going to be our thing, okay?
Stop ruining it. We're gonna t-shirt say
It's any cringy if you think it's cringy.
No, he's not.
It's going to be like friends, Joey's, how you doing? When he's trying to get a girl.
How you doing? It's not. No, he doesn't take the piss. It's just like he does it, and I'm like, stop ruining it.
I wonder if we listen to our first. Actually, look at that dirt. Sorry, can I just say I haven't washed my hands. I haven't needed to wash my hands. But I was driving here, and I was driving behind a car, and I felt this big whack on my finger.
Ew.
And a car was flicking stones at me while he was driving.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure he wasn't doing it
out.
purposely, but
No, he wasn't. But it hit my chest. I was like, thank God it didn't hit my eye.
oh god, yeah.
But
I wear sunglasses when I drive.
I
for
think
that
I'm going to need to
pure
do that.
fact.
Yeah, I literally do. Or just a helmet.
Yeah, with a visor. Probably be safety first, you know.
I was saying, if we listen to our first podcast, will we notice the difference now?
Sure
Well, I guess
we
it's
will.
not as serious, and I was more tan in that one.
Yeah.
Because all I did was sunbathe back
I probably
then.
wasn't. Actually, maybe I was.
You were very low vibrational the first one.
Yeah,
I remember.
jeez.
Remember
That was a low vibrational time.
And you were
in
like
my actual
crying,
life.
and I was like, okay, well,
That was probably last time I cried, guys. I haven't cried in
No,
like
it
6
wasn't.
months.
You're such a liar. I've seen you cry.
When? That was March. I haven't properly cried. I cried once because my mom put up an Instagram story, and it was like emotional, and it was the song she chose that made me cry. And then I cried again. Well, I didn't when I was leaving my parents, just there going back to Bali. I cried. I think one tear came out.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even cry, guys.
I haven't properly cried, but I'm not gonna ask the universe to give me a reason to. So, I'm happy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think I haven't cried because I think I continuously process my emotions. When I feel shit, I feel shit. When I feel happy, I feel happy. I don't. Crying is like a release of stored energy, and I don't think I really store emotions. I just feel them as I feel them.
Avian was always the crier. I mean, it was scary.
Yeah, and now it's like not even the opposite. Just we both don't really cry.
Mine is more from a
Honest is more from an embarrassment.
a suppression point of view.
She suppresses it. That's why I always have that dilemma. It's like, am I feeling this? Am I feeling like I don't need to cry because I'm continuously processing, or because I'm so suppressive?
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm so suppressive because I journal every day.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
inner work
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Is my nose burned?
No.
It's sore.
But anyway, episode 21.
22.
22.
Yeah. It was 21 last time.
Oh fuck. Episode 22.
Yeah, we just double check
I think
because
it was
we're
actually.
gonna
Now that you say
we're
that.
gonna lie.
21. Can you do something for me?
Me and Avian did that dance on TikTok.
Can you do? Oh my god, yeah.
That was good.
Go
Yeah, I
look
can't
at
believe
TikTok.
it's a week.
Is it episode 22?
Serotonin Sisters.
And I have a 22.
Yeah, it's 22.
Yeah, episode 22.
I can't believe it's a week till Christmas.
I have 22 on my finger. Is it a week till Christmas?
Next week. Next
10
weekend.
days.
Next weekend.
10 days is Christmas.
Yeah, but next weekend. This will be out on Friday.
Jeez.
So next weekend.
Oh my god, yeah. 1 week till Christmas, guys. What's everyone got on their Santa list?
Yeah.
Leave your cookies out, your carrots.
I've seen people make PowerPoint lists on TikTok for their parents, and then they click on the photographs and it brings them to the shop in their size and all. I was like,
I just had an Argos catalogue that I circled.
that was the best. That literally was the best.
Yeah.
Smith's, Argos.
Smith and Argos
What would we
catalogue.
get? Baby Borns, Polly Pockets,
Bratz dolls.
Bratz dolls, yeah.
Real life-sized prams for the baby borns.
Does anyone else remember going to Smith's and what you wanted would be in a casing, a see-through casing? So say if we wanted Bratz, they'd have all the Bratz lined up and done out in a house kind of thing.
Yeah,
Do you remember
like
that?
a display.
Oh my god, that was the best.
And you could take down the bikes and have a go with them and stuff.
Yeah.
We never got our bikes really in Smiths. We got them in a bike shop.
What was it
in
called
the
again?
village? Stag Cycles.
Stags, that was
Shout
it.
out to you. This podcast is sponsored
by Stags.
By Stag Cycles. Joke, it's not.
Stag do's.
Yeah, God, Christmas is a special time of the year. For some people it's not, because obviously
It's hard.
if you're mourning people or grief, or you have,
or you live away from home.
but home can be quite emotional time of
we're
year.
quite lucky that for us anyway, we've already experienced it, but it doesn't even feel like Christmas out here, so it's
No,
grand.
it's
Like,
so hot. It's actually the hottest time of the year. The real feel at the minute is like 41 degrees.
yeah, it's the most wonderful time. Yeah, me and me were both actually watching Home Alone yesterday in our separate houses. Home Alone 2, the best one.
Yeah,
That's my favourite
Lost in
Christmas
New
movie.
York.
It's so funny.
I wish I was lost in New York.
I love
sometimes.
it. Yeah, same. I want to go.
And like it's so funny. The more you watch things, I was like, the more older you get, you see like different sides of it.
Sometimes they make movies for kids and adults where
Yeah.
like the kids will like
Laugh
laugh
at it.
at the kids' parts,
Yeah.
and then the adults will have like little innuendos, like
Yeah,
jokes.
I feel like the Disney movie Soul.
Oh my
That's
God.
very like for both adults and kids.
Do you remember that YouTube innuendo thing? There was like a trend, people going around.
Yeah, actually.
Do you remember? We used to watch it. It was like Joe Sugg and all, and like
Yeah.
they'd have the water and they'd play people's videos that would sound weird, and they'd
then-
spit it out.
yeah.
Should bring that back. We'll
Yeah.
make it a TikTok trend.
Bring it back. But yeah, Christmas is 1 week away. Christmas is such a hype. I'm lucky that when I got home, I got the whole Christmassy vibes.
Yeah.
So I feel like my Christmas Chrisometer in my body, Chrisometer, is full. But yeah, it's not very like typical Christmas that we would have, and I'm sure that's like same in Australia because it's our summer and stuff now.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, like I could never imagine spending Christmas on a beach in Australia, but
Yeah.
like, cop on.
I would
why
love
not?
to one year go to New York and do
Oh
Christmas
my
there.
God, yeah, that's on the bucket list.
Yeah, the
That'll
big
happen.
Christmas tree, Rockefeller Christmas
We're
tree.
speaking it into existence. We're not going to think about it again. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, I'm putting that out there. But anyway, so we will. Speaking of Christmas, and
Yeah.
speaking of coming to New Year, we'll get into our diving deep, which is cue the scuba.
Mine is like I'm putting my hand up or something.
Oh my god, I'm doing a hers.
Yeah.
This week's diving deep is.
It's not really diving deep, is it?
It's not really diving deep, and a lot of people have been asking the same question. So
because it's this time of the
because
year.
it's the time of year. What are your New Year's resolutions?
Do you like turkey or ham?
Yeah. Mashed potato or roast potatoes? What's your New Year's resolutions? Like, I mean, isn't New Year the time of year everyone's like, New Year, New Me?
Yeah, but that just, I don't like that because it puts so much pressure on.
And then you feel like a failure when you
before you
don't-
even begin.
Yeah,
like,
when you don't complete, or you feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you want to, like, lose weight, get a new job, make this much money. It's just like, oh, fuck, there's so much to do.
it's like all of a sudden, say if you're like gone from not really doing anything to having about 12 different things to do, you're obviously going to be overwhelmed, and it's more
Yeah.
likely not to last. Like,
Yeah.
not even to be negative. That's just, even with me, if I do
Yeah.
stuff like that, then it doesn't last.
Exactly like you said, like, you're not used to like kind of achieving much. You know what I
I'm not
mean?
used to achieving anything.
No, but you're like, you just kind of cruising along as you are, especially at the end of the year. You kind of like lose motivation, and you know, you kind of
'Cause you're setting, yeah.
and because it's Christmas time, then you're like, maybe you're not working as much and stuff because you have holidays and stuff, and that's great. And then you're going like trying to put yourself straight back into the swing of like so many different things, like this diets, like all this bullshit, like I want to make this much, and it's like, okay, yeah, having a goal is good, but like putting that much pressure on yourself to achieve something is just like, okay, actually you put like paralysis by analysis,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
You have so much to do that you just don't do anything at all.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. So I think it's like better, personally speaking, for me to like increment small changes over a period of time, like just make things habits. Like if I want to take up something, make it a habit in my life. If I want to drop something, break the habit in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
And what is your New Year's resolution?
I
Or what's
think-
something
I
that you
think-
want to take up?
just being more present. That's literally it. Because I feel like when I'm more present, I'm just making...
You're aware of
I'm
opportunities. that come
aware
into
of
your life.
everything, and I'm making changes, and I'm happier. Like, whereas when I'm not living presently and I'm always thinking about the future, I'm creating the same problems for my future. Because, guys, there's no such
Today
thing...
is the future.
There's no such thing as past or future. All you have is now. So if I'm worrying in the now, I'm creating more worry for my future, because the future is just another present moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
my friend Kira.
So
sent
true.
My friend
So,
Kira sent me
yeah.
a really nice quote to do with that. I'll read it out now.
Yeah, that's literally just mine. Like, be more
It
present.
was-
Yeah, man, just to be more present anyway, and pay attention to my self-talk and have more self-love, because when you have more self-love, everything just comes together. You're making decisions from a place of love, you know?
Yeah. This is a quote my friend Kira sent me. To ask about your future is to resist the now. The future is already here, and everything is already here. By embracing and surrendering to your now, as challenging as that can be, you are aligning to your unmanifested future, and in doing so, you are receiving that future. By resisting your now, you are rejecting the future that you say that you want.
This is so true, and this is my biggest lesson this week, because ever since I've got back to Bali, I've just been all over the place.
So you create your, like, tomorrow by what you do today.
Yeah.
So if you're already thinking about tomorrow, you're not creating anything today because you're thinking about
or
tomorrow.
Or if you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, like, I'll go to the gym tomorrow, or I'll do my task that I have to do tomorrow, you're just putting it off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, because the tomorrow will never come, because, like, when you get to tomorrow, that's going to be today.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get
this is going to fuck with your head, guys.
Yeah, you can get kind of fuck in your head, but, you know.
No, I agree. But that's mine anyways. What's yours?
My resolution is to... I kind of feel like the same as you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm constantly thinking, like, oh my God, what am I going to do next? What's my purpose?
Yeah.
Like, guys, if you've listened to this podcast for a long time, you'll realise that what is my purpose has been my question for quite some time now. And I think, like, obviously I'm not going to create, like, if I'm not going to find my purpose if I'm constantly looking for it, because that means it's lost. Whereas, like, my purpose is already inside me, and I just need to say yes to more things to discover what that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by living in the present moment, then I can be like, if something comes into my space and it feels right, I can say yes to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And because you're not like, oh, tomorrow I'll feel like shit if I do that. Or like, yeah, you can make decisions based. Like, say if you're like, okay, I'm not going to go out on a Tuesday night because I know I have something to do tomorrow and that's more important. Fair enough. But, like, you know, when you're just like, oh, like,
yeah, do you know someone, I was like,
your...
if I was in the present moment and someone came up to me and was like, do you want to go here? And I was like, you know what, it's like, yeah, it feels right, I'm going to say yeah. Where if I was like thinking like, oh, well, tomorrow I have like this, or I'm just thinking like, I'm just like not present, and I'm like, nah, that could have been an opportunity that I could have missed.
Yeah,
and like,
exactly.
if I could go with that person and do whatever that person allowed me to do, that could spark an interest in me, that creates an idea and spark something else. So yeah, I just want to like mentally check out of continuously thinking mentally check out of like continuously thinking about what am I going to do next, and just being like, okay,
just be
here. Excuse me, here I am right now, and like we put a really nice video up on our TikTok, and it was all about like,
you feel like you should be somewhere else.
Yeah, you're always feeling like you should be somewhere else when you're like, instead of being here right now. And even if then someone had a magic wand and gifted you with the, you know, gift of putting you in that place that you wanted to be, you probably still feel like you should be somewhere else. So sometimes it's just good to like fully be like, okay, I am here now, I'm happy to be here, like count your blessings in that moment and
just be. And I also, my boyfriend sent me a really good reel on Alex Hormozy. I think I spoke about him briefly in the last podcast when I was speaking about Amanda Gadsey.
Oh yeah, Amanda Gadsey, woo!
But we'll put it on our story maybe when this podcast comes out, because it's really good. It's just along them lines of you just are. Yeah, I sent it to you. Did you watch it? Probably not.
What was it?
I'll show you after the podcast.
I think I have.
But he was just like, we create these levels of pressure on us by being like, oh, I shouldn't work late into the night because it's bad for me. Like, that's what society says. But because you're playing that tape in your head, it's going to be bad for you and you're going to feel shit about it. Whereas if it brings you happiness, whatever it is, just allow it, and that's just it. You know what I mean? Instead of putting all these different like narratives, pressure. We'll share the video and you'll see what we're talking about. But it's just along the lines of just being present.
So yeah, I think like step one to any resolution of the new year is just like, be where you are right now. Yeah.
Because then I feel like you can get clear on your goals as well.
Yeah, because you're not thinking like, I should be doing this because someone else told me to do it, or like, I'm not good enough. Like, if you want to do something better, you have to acknowledge how good you are right now. Yeah. Rather than being like, you know, if you want to lose weight, it's so much harder to lose weight if you hate your body all the time. Yeah. If you're constantly like, I hate my body, it's like, makes the whole journey and stuff harder, because you want to emotionally eat more because you're trying to like comfort yourself because you're already hating yourself. Or even
eat less, and it's coming from a place of
and then or else like, it's just so much it's like, or like even if you want to get a new job for New Year, it's so much harder to go look for a new job if you currently hate the one that you're in.
Or so putting pressure on yourself, like, I need a job.
Because you're like, I hate my own job so much that I need a new one. It's just like, okay, I don't like this job, but it's just a stepping stone to get me to where I need to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think like just acknowledging where we are and being present and being
is like, the New Year resolution.
Yeah, and then you can build off of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
Be present, guys.
Present. That's my New Year's.
Same, that's my
New Year's. I mean, yeah, it all starts with you guys. Tattoo on my arm.
Yeah.
Okay,
First love yourself.
First love yourself. We have these tattoos all over our body. Just maybe to remind ourselves.
I think we're gonna get be present is my next one.
Yeah, be present.
Just be.
Hello.
Oh my god, imagine getting a little
present.
bee. Oh my god, my belly, did you hear that?
No, are you hungry?
Can you hear it?
No. You have to put the mic to it. ASMR.
So yeah, I'm starving.
And then we'll just jump into our next segment, which is Stuck in the Mood. I have a dilemma on my phone, and I'm going to read it out.
Okay, enjoy.
Okay, enjoy.
See you later.
Okay, reading this novel. No, it's actually quite short and sweet. But anyway, I've been single for almost 3 years now, and I've been dating on and off, but nothing serious has come of this, either because I don't like them or they don't continue things with me. I feel like it's just not happening for me, no matter how hard I look. Mm-hmm. Should I stop looking, or should I keep giving people a chance in hope that someone will be right for me? Any advice? X.
Stop looking.
Well, yeah.
Straight off the bat.
I feel like
Stop
a
looking.
watch pot never boils.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, instead of looking for external relationships, start building on the relationship that you have with yourself.
Yeah, because that, like we say in every other podcast, sets the foundation for every other relationship that you have.
And like
we said, when you're putting so much pressure, similar to the weight thing, similar to the New Year's thing, similar to the new job, I need it, like, you're resisting it almost. Because, like, do you ever see that video of if you're trying to pull something and it moves away from you?
Yeah, like, the fact that you're even looking for it signifies that it's lost.
It's fear-based as well.
And then, like, because it's, like, lost, that you're putting resistance on it, you know what I mean? Like, it's there, and, like, that person's probably looking for you, too. Like, the right person, but... Yeah, I just feel like...
I mean, I know it's easy for us to say.
Yeah, it's easy for us to say because we're in relationships, whatever, and we're happy, whatever.
Just rubbing it in there.
We're happy, loving, beautiful relationships, both of us. But
No.
Like...
We're not rubbing it in.
No, we're joking. But, well, we are.
Yeah,
happy
we're being serious,
and in loving
but we're
relationships,
joking.
but we're not rubbing it in now. But, it's... When you're continuously looking for something, it just doesn't...
Outside of yourself,
yeah. It just doesn't, like... come, and if it does come, it won't come with good intentions usually. Do you know what I mean? Like, the reason that you're so attracted to that person, if they're not a good person, or you allow them to treat you like shit or whatever, is because you don't have that such standard set within yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like when you completely value and love and appreciate yourself for yourself and as you are in that moment, literally everything just comes from that. And because when you get to that point, you'll be like, I don't need anybody. Like, yes,
you don't
having
tolerate
someone would be
stuff.
nice, but I don't need anyone. Like, I'm absolutely fine on my own. Like, I remember that was me for so long that I was kind of, even my friends were kind of concerned for me. They're like, oh my God, I just feel like you're too independent where you actually won't need anybody. And it's so true. And then that's a good way to be going into a relationship, because then
you're already 100% on your own, and that person adds to your life, rather than you being 50% and then relying on someone else for that 50%. Because then if they leave or anything happens, you're only 50% on your own, like 50% as on your own as a person. So you need to kind of be like, you need to be 100% by yourself, and then whoever comes into your life either adds to it or you don't tolerate them. And that's like a good standard to set. You know?
I think it's like so difficult to get to that place for a lot of people as well. But I swear it's so cliche, and I feel like you hear it all the time. But when you stop looking, and not looking like, oh no, like when you literally stop looking, is when you find it. Like when me and Avine both got a boyfriend, I did not want a boyfriend. I even like told my roommate at the time, I was like, I don't want a boyfriend. Like,
I was turned off men, and like I was just like, right, I actually like was so like traumatized by men that I was like, I'm gonna start just like putting in work on myself. And I remember like
me and him were gonna start a cult.
I remember when like it was always in the days that I just felt so vibrationally high in myself and like so in love with myself that I like, that was the days that
she'd go on 12 dates a day.
No, that was the days that people would text me and be like, or like boys would slide in my DMs, and I was just like, and I didn't even feel like I like was like, say, it wasn't like when I was like posting on Instagram like a thirst traps or anything. Like it was just like when I was so vibrating myself, I'd be like on the beach on my own like for a walk, and I'd just be like real present, real happy, and like genuinely not being like, I'm real present, real happy.
For anybody who can't see, she's like looking around pretending like,
like it was when I was actually fully like high vibrational that like boys would slide into my DMs and be like, hey, and like either these were tests or the man of my dreams. One of them was the man of my dreams.
Yeah.
My actual boyfriend now. But like,
it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just when I was like fully feeling myself, you know. That's when, like,
because you know when you're putting up stuff on Instagram,
them. Yeah,
and like it's not, you know, even yourself,
genuine
it's not based on good intentions. Like I remember when I broke up from my like little baby relationship a few years ago, I'd be putting up stuff like quotes and stuff that I thought were for me, but it was just so other people would see them. Or when I didn't feel as confident in myself and I felt like I needed external validation, whether that be from social media, like friends or men or whatever, I'd be putting up pictures and I would never feel fulfilled after I've posted that picture, because it was for the wrong reason. Yeah, and even if people did reply to it
and say,
yeah, if that one person didn't like it, or if that one person didn't see it or whatever, I'd be like, oh, that was a fucking waste of time. Why didn't even take that
and
picture?
You could get like 20 compliments on it, you'd be like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I don't
see my story, or that one person didn't reply or something.
Absolutely. But yeah, so I just think when you don't look for it, you find it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so annoying when people say that, but I'm sorry.
And and I think like everything that like we come in contact with in life is like a mirror for what either we, like I say this all the time, like what we love about ourselves or what we need to work on within ourselves.
Yeah.
So if you're meeting men that just aren't for you, okay, fair enough if they're downright an asshole and just being like a rude bastard at the table or something, like, you know,
rude to the waiter,
being like rude to the waiter and just like not being
not
nice
bothered.
To you. But say if like someone's coming into your life and like then they're like they don't message you back after the day, and then you start taking it personally. Look at what is coming up in you, like, oh god, it must be because I don't think I'm, it must be because they don't think I'm pretty, or like it must be because they think I'm annoying. So like that's obviously bringing up something in you that you need to work on within yourself. Like you need to validate yourself and
a lot
think
of the time,
like I am the way I am, I'm good enough as I am. If they don't like it, it's their loss, or I am pretty, like I don't need someone else to tell me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's normally a trigger.
Agree.
Like a trigger,
something unhealed in you.
Something unhealed in you, and like instead of being like, oh, this is so shit, like that he doesn't like me back, or that he hasn't texted me, or blah blah, be like, oh, I'm so lucky that he's showing me that something that I need to heal within myself, because then you can become like the perfect human being. Like you're never going to be fully healed, but if you can
be the best version of yourself, basically.
Yeah, you can be the best version of yourself. If you use these like triggers as, you know,
healing
pinpoints that need to be healed, then all this dating experience isn't a waste of time.
No, it's definitely not.
It's just giving you a chance to heal yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
And it's like, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't fucking want to, why do I need to heal myself? But that's just life, okay?
Yeah, we're just, for some reason, traumatized human beings from our childhood, and we need to... our adulthood is spent healing things that, like, society puts on us, that our parents put on us, that our friends, that we put on us, that social media put on us.
Everything.
And our adulthood is just, like, the period of time that we need to heal these things, you know.
Yeah, but like, and a lot of
humans.
Time if people ghost you, it's not even your fault half the time. You know, I've like, when you've ghosted people in the past, you're just like, nah, we just didn't work, it's nothing on them. Like sometimes it's not even personal, unless they're like we said, rude or just not a vibe. But a lot of the time you're just like,
and most of the time it's a lucky escape as well. Like you're like, thank God I didn't end up with that person, because now I'm with the person I'm with, or something. You know. But
moral of the story is,
a watch pot never boils.
Yeah. Basically.
So don't look for it.
A watch pot never
look
boils.
For the love you have within yourself.
Look for yourself. Look for yourself, love first.
Guys, it all starts with you.
First, love yourself. Okay?
That's the theme of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's funny that we both have tattoos on our arms with like those quotes. Orna has one, first love with you.
Love yourself.
First love yourself. Jeez.
But I was talking to my dad yesterday on FaceTime. My dad was like, everybody's just all the same now. Like when I was younger, tattoos were kind of like, what's the word, unique, and he's like, no, everybody has them, everyone just looks the same.
Tattoos were a bit taboo as well, like,
yeah,
it's like, ooh,
he was like, everybody thinks they look so different, but they're ending up looking all the same.
Yeah, we know that. Okay,
I was like, very true, thanks for that one, very true.
But yeah, moving on to our next segment, which is red flag repellent. I feel like nearly that segment is gonna disappear at this podcast eventually, because it's like so far from what we're
not really aligned with it anymore.
We're not really like aligned with red flags anymore.
We don't even promoting red flags, although it's funny sometimes.
Yeah, it's funny, but I mean, maybe we should change the name.
We're not promoting red flags.
We're not promoting red flags. It's just how we're repelling them, really, because it's the red flag repellent. But anyway, we don't really have a dilemma on the red flags this week. We just want to talk about something that we've seen that's majorly red flaggish. And it was like a thing that happened to a girl that we know personally. We won't name and shame.
Hope you don't mind us
and it's going to be
talking
very general, and I hope that if she listens to this, doesn't mind us talking about it, but we just want to, like...
Nobody will know who it is, so it's fine.
Nobody's going to know.
No one's going to know.
How are they going to know? But we're just like, it was just the epitome of red flaggish behaviour.
Yeah.
Like,
it freaks me out,
continuously, I feel like we should be talking about this as a warning sign to all. Even after I read this story, or seen this story, I was like... Because she put on her private story... and like gave us a whole in-depth insight. I was like, even looking at my man being like,
put your boyfriend or your partner or whatever through a background police check. So when you get with them, hire a PI. Then
or hire a girl to
do a whole do a whole background check on them. Like,
well, after this story, I was like, okay, I don't need to do anything, but I was seriously like,
well, do you know what? I was just like,
not about my fella. I was just like, I can't believe men can actually... Men...
But it's funny because you hear about it, but you never actually...
Yeah, and she said that as well.
I hear about it on the podcast.
This is stuff that you hear about that you're like, lol, how could that girl be so dumb? And she's like, I am that fucking girl. Yeah. Anyway, so basically, we've built up so much that I'll have to talk about it now. So, basically, she was seeing this guy. How long term were they seeing each other?
A good while.
Because you heard, she was telling you about the story years ago. Like,
good, a long,
good few months
coming
ago.
Up to a year anyway.
Yeah, and like they were seemed happy. Like,
oh, sorry, maybe like 6 months. I don't know.
I think they had some sort of like, you know,
they were very close. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, were they boyfriend girlfriend? Almost boyfriend girlfriend. Like good strong situationship. And were they living together? No, they weren't living together, but they were.
No, because when you go traveling, you'll probably notice if you meet someone that you like, they don't really become your boyfriend straight away, or maybe they do. Obviously, it's circumstantial, but like.
And in Bali, every like relationships go very fast here because you both live on your own, and it's not like you're living in your parents' house where they'll only come over 3 times a week and stay over because it's your parents' house. Like, you all have your own houses, so you can go live with them every day of the week if you want.
We're in the Love Island Villa, guys.
Yeah, and like you spend a lot of time together because you have a lot. Like, you might go to the beach together, go for dinner together, eat.
It's just more
breakfast.
chill. Yeah, absolutely.
So they were pretty close. Anyway, what happened? Like. No, like, as in, I don't want to say any, like, I don't want to give anything away.
Same, I don't know when you heard facts.
Well, anyway, they decided she had to leave. They're seeing each other. Did he leave before she did, or what?
Yeah. And then they were still chatting and stuff.
So he left the island before she did, and they were still talking away. And then...
Making plans for the future,
yeah. And she's also left, and she's coming back here. And,
I don't know if you should say, like, any...
Well, no, she's coming back here, and they were going to making plans for future, like, to move in together.
Yeah, just future plans, like,
she's come back here basically for him.
Well, no, she wasn't.
Was she not?
No. But
anyway, they're coming back here to reunite on this island.
Yeah.
Just say. And
he ghosted her.
Then he ghosted her for a few weeks, maybe 4+ weeks, I think. And she was like, what the fuck? Because it just went from being obviously like
went up from 100
to 0.
Zero real quick.
Like, yeah. And then next thing, she's on Instagram and sees a picture of him and some random girl in like a couple photo on Instagram. So this girl has like hard launched this guy on her Instagram when like this other girl has hard launched this guy on Instagram, and the girl that he ghosted is just like, what the fuck?
What does hard launched mean?
Like, it's like, you know, soft launch, sometimes you put up like a picture of your boyfriend's leg.
Oh, sorry.
This girl fully posted a picture of her and this red flag. And then the girl that he ghosted, that was meant to be making plans with him, was just seeing this picture like everyone else on Instagram, being like, what?
So basically everything was a lie, like.
So basically, like, he had promised her loads of this shit while he was basically seeing another girl the whole time. Or, like, maybe not the whole time, but he's, like, gone and ghosted her and, like, blocked her from seeing shit on his Instagram. And then, like, posted a picture with this girl.
This new person. Or maybe she's not new. We don't know.
The girl has posted a picture of him and her, like, in a photo dump. And it was, like, just full-on relationship picture. And we were like, wow.
So basically living a double life like Hannah Montana.
Yeah, Hannah Montana. He had like a life here.
Hannah Montana vibes.
And then back in his own country had like a different girl and was living a lie with her. So like, but like was actually physically living the life with this girl, but then selling our friend or the girl that we know the dream of like, yeah, we'll do this, and this
basically,
girl's like,
yeah,
this
what,
girl's
what
like
even is that
hanging
called?
on.
Remember we did the little Mr. and what was it called? Mr. and Miss Mr. Men. Yeah, it's basically like all them red flags just piled into
Yeah,
one.
he's Mr. selling the dream and not gonna like
follow
through.
Oh.
And like that poor girl, she's such a lovely girl, like really nice
so
girl
nice.
that like clearly doesn't deserve that.
She's like the best intentions.
Yeah, has good intentions, like so
basically moral of the story,
we just couldn't believe that, like, well, it's like I said, we hear about it all the time on like podcasts and stuff, but this guy fully like we know this happened to somebody.
Although it was like in our last episode where we heard the guy
he had a
was
fiance and stuff.
and stuff.
So I mean, I'm gonna go on her private story after this and watch, because she has an update. I'm gonna watch the updates, but yeah,
it's just different when it's someone you know, I think, isn't it? You're just like, oh my god, this is so scary.
And then to see photographic evidence of him with someone else and being like, fuck, like
that would be awful. Like my poor heart would just hurt.
I can
so
just
bad.
imagine seeing that and just being like, fuck,
my heart would be
hell.
broken. Like I'd just be
Yeah.
like, but you know what? She's gonna have the best glow up ever after this.
Yeah, she's gonna have the best glow up
mental,
ever.
physical, everything. Like I used to be like, oh, I'm so jealous. People
And
going
obviously
through
he
breakups.
went around doing that with bad intentions, so he's gonna have like, universe is gonna deal him his karma, you know. She doesn't have to worry about dealing it for him. He's gonna deal it to her.
Yeah, it was just.
Or like, sorry, her. He's gonna do her as in the universe gonna deal it to him.
Yeah, I can't believe that there's people out there that are like that. Like if you don't like someone, just tell them. You know what I mean? It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like it's just say.
Boys
No.
just don't have to sell girls these like dreams. I don't know what they get out of selling it. It's like, and then like
I don't know. I'd love to
intention-
interview one. You know.
Yeah, but they'll never admit they come on and say they're a red flag.
Well, maybe they would.
Well, like the thing will. You see that whole Stephen Bear shit as well at the minute.
He's always doing something or other.
Yeah, he's like might be going to jail and all for
Why?
releasing revenge porn.
Oh, who? That's been going on.
Georgia Harrison.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I don't know about any of these celebrities.
he seems like a big red flag. I only just seen it from TikTok.
Maybe
Keep
we
me
could
updated.
get him on.
Oh my god!
That you're gonna
stop.
say Steve Bartlett.
No, Stephen Bear. Ugh, gross.
Oh,
He actually gives me the ick when I see him. He was with Ellie O'Donnell for ages, wasn't he? Years ago. But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know if our friend listens to this podcast, but if you are listening, girl, we send you a lot of love.
And healing.
Even anyone listening to this podcast.
And this is a blessing.
Just send our friend healing.
This is a blessing in disguise
Yeah.
as well. Like as much as it doesn't seem like it, and you're like, oh, why do I have to go through this? But there's something good to come out of it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
there is.
Now we'll move on to our last segment of the podcast,
Which is
beauty in the mundane.
So it's just finding beauty in
The
simplest things.
every
It's
day.
like lying on a beach in a 5-star hotel with a bottle of Moet champagne.
Yeah, we love it. There's definitely beauty in that. No, but just when you pick something out your week that happened that just brought you joy for no apparent reason. Could be like cutting onions.
And then it made you cry. It
Made
was
you
so
cry.
beautiful. What was yours? I think yesterday I moved into a new apartment.
Woo!
Met my boyfriend, lol.
It's actually a really nice apartment.
It's stunning. It's so bright. There's like, it's just windows. Well, it's not, there's walls as well, but you can actually see in the morning time the curtains are shut and you can see the like palm kind of leaf outside the window.
Yeah, I love
And you can
that.
literally see the birds flying past.
Aw.
It's so nice. So I was just sitting on my laptop yesterday working and I was like,
It's just nice to finally feel settled.
nice to finally feel settled. I've been so future thinking, like we've been saying, that I haven't even taken a minute to like appreciate what's been going on in my present life. So I was in my beautiful apartment having a lovely cup of tea on my laptop working and I was just like, wow, this is the life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
I was literally like, this, I've been such a fucking
Yeah, because
grateful bitch,
Orny said that
basically.
she was like journaling about this like for so long, being like, I just want to feel settled, I want somewhere to live, and now she has it, and she was still just like,
I was thinking
of
of something else,
that she
basically.
wants, and it's
Or not
nice.
even what I want, but like concerned for my future, but it's just silly
Yeah.
behaviour that is. Yeah, but anyway, that was mine. What was yours?
Yeah, my beauty in the mundane was probably yesterday as well. Like yesterday was like
In my apartment.
yeah, no, yesterday for me was like, since I've come back to Bali, I felt a bit like all over the place. Like, even though I have a perfect home to come to,
Yeah, but it's because
like,
of family.
I
think.
have a, like, the gym is, everything that I left is still here and still in perfect working order and the same. But it's just like, you know, when you kind of go from one climate routine home and then back here, it's just like, whoa, like, you know. So yesterday was like, there nothing actually like say majorly happened, but just really like had a good day. Like, I got to do everything that I want. Like, I had the perfect balanced day. Like, I worked out, I ate nice food, I got to sunbathe, I got to swim in my pool, I had a nice shower, like, got to journal, got to drink coffee, like, got to watch a full movie, got to sleep well. Like, everything just worked out perfectly yesterday. And it's like, and I knew it was a good day yesterday, but it's only again upon reflection of like this morning when I was journaling, I was like, yesterday was actually a really good day.
Yeah, see, sometimes we don't even take a minute to appreciate or be present, that we don't even, the day goes by and then we didn't even take notice of it.
Yeah, it's usually upon reflection that you're like, oh my God, that was a really good like meditation.
Like, yeah, it's so
really
true
good,
that
like,
what would happen a lot is like I would say I'm in Bali and I'd be like, oh, I miss like being with mama home, but maybe at that time I was like not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
It's just like the grass is always greener, but that's something I'm getting over, and like that's just so silly.
Yeah, I think it's
really
easier
is.
to reflect on things, like, oh, I really enjoyed that, than at the time be like, wait a minute, wow, look where I am. Because you don't really tend to do that, you know. It's always when you're looking back in videos, and
but it's just making yourself more
like,
aware.
don't they say like life is the, what's that quote? It's like
hectic.
Life is the best moments in life is what's happening right now. You know what I mean? Because you're only going to acknowledge like that was a good moment after it's happened sometimes.
Yeah, true.
You know? It's only really
I feel
like
this podcast is quite deep.
Yeah, without
sorry guys.
It's only when you look at a sunset that you're like, with things like sunset, you're like, whoa, this is so cool. But like, life is the things that are happening right now.
Like right now we're chatting to the mics, chatting shit.
Yeah, and like you listen to the podcast, whatever you're doing, this is life. Like, life is happening as you're listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my just mundane day yesterday was beautiful, because it was just like everything went well, you know, had a good day. I was very blessed. Upon reflection, I realised that now. So sometimes it'd be nice to also, I do appreciate things in the moment, but that's what my New Year's resolution is, to appreciate more things in the moment, so it's not a thing that I look back on and be like, oh, that was nice. But yeah,
love that.
ask yourself, what was yours upon reflection now, looking back, what in your
Probably
week was a
listening to this
beautiful
podcast
moment?
was your beauty in the mundane,
Yeah,
guys.
and if it's not,
It better be.
you need to get a
One
reality
time.
check. No, I'm joking. But
So it's Friday when you listen to this.
so it's
hopefully.
tomorrow. Yeah, we're recording this on Thursday.
Yeah, we're
so
recording
tomorrow.
late, guys.
You will. Oh, happy Friday, because today you're listening to it.
Happy
Future is
Friday.
today.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, what is our plans? It's me and Orna's work party today, if you're listening.
Yeah.
We're going for hour massage and 30-minute facial
This evening.
this
afternoon, yeah.
This afternoon, yeah. And then I'm going away this weekend, which I'm so excited about.
She's going to Dubai.
No, I'm going to a really beautiful place. I cannot wait to see it. It's only a new place that opened in Bali, but I can't wait to see it. It's so
Yeah, it
beautiful.
looks amazing.
So check out our stories. I'll try to post up on the Serotonin Sister on my personal page as well. Can't wait to see it. And then Christmas is next week. Woo, woo, woo. What's your plans for the weekend?
Nothing. Just staying around.
Just enjoy your new home.
Being present.
In your new home.
Yeah, that's literally
And
it.
then Christmas next week, so I hope everyone's feeling the vibe. Maybe we should sing
We're out for dinner Thursday night tonight for our friend's birthday.
for our friend's birthday, so this will already have happened.
Yeah.
This will be the past.
This will be the past. Tomorrow will be the future.
So maybe we should sing a little Christmas jingle to
Okay, what one?
Jingle Bells.
Oh, I was going to see 1, 2, 3 and see if we sang the same one. Okay, think of a different one. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
White
we
Christmas.
wish. Oh, it's
Oh, we're going to
sing.
I'm
Dreaming
dreaming of a white
Christmas.
Why do you have to sing bad to ruin it? She actually doesn't sing like that. She's actually a really good singer, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, we should sing Jingle Bells. 1, 2, 3.
Jingle bells, jingle
I
bells.
feel like I'm in a school choir.
No, it was the other one. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bell.
I don't know the right words,
Yeah,
guys.
sing.
Just play a nice Christmas song after you listen to this. Get yourself in the festive mood if you feel like it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Or rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around the palm trees. Have a happy holiday.
Oh, God.
Anyway, we're going to go because Orna's hungry and I'm cold in this room.
We're moaning.
We're moaning. We're being present. No, we are going to have a beautiful day, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day as well.
Same. Have a good one.
Be present. Have a beautiful weekend. Reflect. Enjoy. It starts with you guys. Do background checks on your partners. And
love yourself.
Love yourself first.
And eat lots of roses in Quality Street and celebrations for me and Amin because we don't have to
here. So eat every time you're eating one sweet, eat an extra one just for me and Orna.
Yeah. Extra 2.
Extra. Okay, yeah. Three at a time. Okay, and we will see you in next week's
episode.
Podcast. Bye.
Okay, bye.